Hello, I just wanted to make a quick video for any of my friends that are feeling really bullied by the recent mandates in your sectors, which is my friends that are teachers and my friends that are in the medical profession. It's probably going to be a little bit silly. Feel free to share it with any of your friends if they need a little bit of empowering. I don't know if it's going to be helpful, but it might just make you laugh. Welcome to my art studio. Anyway, I've got some notes in here, that's why I keep looking over here. One interesting thing that the government like to do is they like to do things like make mandates. And one thing that a mandate is not, it is not a law. A mandate is in legalese, or their legal language, is a polite way of asking the public to comply. And the only way that that becomes anything they can use is if you comply. So the first thing you can do is say, no, thank you. I do not wish to comply with this because I am completely against it. Now, a lot of people feel bad doing that sort of thing. That's the first thing you can do to empower yourself, that they cannot really force you. What they're doing is, because they can't force you, they have lumped it all onto your employer and said, this is now a mandate, so you have to enforce it. And then everybody that's in charge of you is like, oh my God, I've been mandated, I must enforce this on them and get them to comply with it. But you don't have to. There's no law at all. You are actually giving your compliance with agreeing. You don't have to show anybody your medical information except your doctor. A policeman cannot even ask you if you are vaccinated. So they are completely breaking the law by asking you, that by you answering them, you are basically giving them permission to break the law because you're complying. Does that sort of make sense? So if you do not comply with them, they cannot really do anything to you. So my first bit of advice is say, thank you, I'm completely against this. Thank you for the offer to get my free vaccination, which is actually paid for by taxpayers' money, but I don't wish to do that. So that's the first thing you can do. The second thing, which I really encourage everybody to do, is go to the Human Rights Commission and lodge a complaint that you feel your human rights have been breached, which they absolutely have. If you're in favour of getting this procedure done, then go nuts. I'm all for freedom of choice, and I'm all for people, if they are happy with what they are doing, then love you. That's awesome. I'm here to represent the people that are being bullied, which really pisses me off. So go to the Human Rights Commission. It's very easy. There's a box that says I would like to lay a complaint. Then it's just name, address, email address, where you feel your human rights have been breached. You can lodge things. There's a section for if it's a religious, your religious beliefs are being violated. That's an absolute thing. I have a lot of religious friends that this goes absolutely against their religion. Ethical, it's very unethical what they're doing, so you can lodge it against that, but it's very simple. But put that in there so that that has been lodged. Then the next thing you need to do is write a letter to your boss. Say, I understand this has been mandated, I understand that it's not a law, I do not wish to have this procedure done. You need to be very clear with people. So say that you feel bullied. Say this is making you stressed. You could even go on stress leave and just ride this bad boy out. And that you feel coerced. That is a really major thing. So I'm going to make a little video about the Nuremberg Code. I know people keep saying the Nuremberg Code, and people are like, what is she talking about? The Nuremberg Code was something that all our Anzacs went to war and fought and died for, to us to have our freedoms. And one of the most hideous things that happened during the war was afterwards a big court case, the Nuremberg trials, and it was an international law put in place that no human being was ever to be experimented on again against their will or coerced into any medical procedure that they did not want to have. So that everything that is happening right now is in breach of the Nuremberg Code, which makes me really, really, really angry. I'm trying to do this really fast. It's 4 minutes and 30. What did I even write there? Oh, I know someone that just did this. If you feel that you absolutely have no choice and you are going to have to go in and get this experimental therapy that you do not want, you are to go in and you are to I would go to a medical centre. I wouldn't go to one of these pop-up jab centres where these people have had 1 day's training on how to give an injection. Go to a medical centre and you go in and you say, I am here against my will. I am here to get something done that I've been coerced into by the government, absolutely against my will and all my beliefs. And you say that to the person that you're dealing with when you go in. You say that to the person that is holding the needle. And by law, they're not allowed to inject anybody against their will for something. So the person that did it the other day, they said, we can't do this. We cannot go forward. You leave. And so that person, I'm yet to hear how that went down, but they're obviously going to go back to their employer and go, whoo, tried, couldn't. So those are just some bits of advice. I hope they were helpful somewhat. Feel free to share this with any of your friends that are feeling a little bit like they have no power. You do actually have a lot of power, and that is what the government do not want you to know. They want you to feel like you are under the thumb and you have no other choice but to do this, even though they promised they would never do this. But a mandate is not a law. A mandate is two dudes going out for dinner. Love you all. Bye.